Today what I'm going to talk to you guys about is how to decorate your gessoed mixed media sculpture. So you should have a nice bright white sculpture at this point, and it should be dry. So you should, when you touch it, you shouldn't feel any dampness in it. You also should see that everything is nicely coated. As I turn this one upside down, I'm seeing that I probably should go back in with another coat of gesso. Okay, so today what we're going to talk about is some of the other supplies that I sent you home with. You should have a brush container that contains 2 brushes. One is a flat, that means that the top of it is actually flat on the top. The other one is called a round brush, and that's round on the top. And the reason why artists use different types of brushes is because you can get different effects. The brush is really good for creating nice straight lines, blocks of like shapes, so like if you're doing like geometric shapes and stuff. And the round brush is really good for anything that's round or curved in your project. So like if you were to do like a series of circles, or maybe something that's more complex, you know, an amoeba or something like that on your sculpture, you might want to use a round brush. So the first thing that you want to do though, before you even start painting, is look at your sculpture and see what you want to paint on it. Now you can paint something realistic on this sculpture. I know we talked in class that this reminded you guys of a bunny. So I'm actually going to paint mine as a bunny, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to get my colors. Or you can just do a series of different patterns on it using the elements of art. So maybe repeating shapes or repeating lines. If you have time, take a look on Google. Do like a Google search of pantyhose sculptures, and you'll see a variety of different types of applications with paint that you might want to apply to your own, or that might inspire you for your project. Okay. I didn't say this in the last video, but I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this. If you want to save your paint at the end of mixing, just tear off another sheet of that palette paper and glossy side down. It should be the shiny side, not the dull side. So shiny side down over the top of your paints will help preserve them so that you can use them for next time. I would take a pencil at this point and plan out your design. So for example, if I'm doing the bunny rabbit, I might want to indicate where my nose is. Okay, so I'm going to have my nose on either side here, and lightly draw out your marks. I may also want my bunny smiling. Okay, maybe I'll have a little smile that's on it. I don't know if you guys can see that really well. It's very light with pencil, making sure that it wraps around. And you don't have to do something realistic. I just want to reiterate that. You can paint these however you want. I just loved Cora's suggestion that, hey, you know what, this looks, it looks like a bunny. So that's what I'm gonna add the eye up here. I'll add the eye. Just kind of seeing where it is on both sides. So I'm going to continue drawing on my sculpture, adding those details, and then I will meet you guys back here to show you the rest. Welcome back. I have drawn out all my details on my bunny sculpture. So I've added feet, he's got his paws hanging off the front. I plan to paint grass down here, maybe some Easter eggs, I don't know, we'll see. And I have the rest of it all marked out, the back of the ears. He even has a tail that I drew in the back, if you can see that there. Now what I'm ready to do is mix up my paints so that I can start painting. If it helps you to scoop out these paints, if you have a popsicle stick at home, that works really well. Or you can just use one brush for scooping out paint and the other one for mixing. I mean, it's totally up to you. Okay, so I have all my supplies out. I'm going to go ahead and start mixing up some of my paints. So I'm going to mix up a nice big batch of brown. So let's see here, I need to mix especially when you're painting a big area. So for example, my bunny, most of him is brown, so I know that I'm going to want to mix up a big batch of that brown color. So but if I want to make any part of it a little bit darker, for example, I'm going to put, he has these legs that kind of wrap around here, and I might want to add some shading in here. So what I might do is just kind of scoop a little bit off to the side and add a touch of black to it, and that's going to darken my brown. This brown, and add white to it. Now white, when you add white to a color, it brightens it or lightens it. When you add black to a color, it's going to darken it. So I'm going to continue painting in my bunny. You guys have fun painting in your sculptures, and I can't wait to see them. See you guys in just a few minutes as soon as I'm done painting my sculpture. Welcome back, guys. Just wanted to show you the final bunny project. He is still a little damp, so I'm going to leave him to dry, but I just wanted you to be able to see what I completed. As I was painting this, I did add in some other elements because, you know, you should think about, you know, how this looks to the viewer from all sides. You want it to be interesting. You don't want them to just get stuck on one side and say, hey, that's the best one. You want it to be interesting so the viewer looks at it from all sides. So that's it for this video. If you would like me to grade it online, just take a picture of it and you can upload it to Google Classroom. In the next few days I'll get some videos out on how to do that. And your artist statements, open the document online on Google Classroom and fill it out and just upload it to your assignment page on Google. If you have any questions, feel free to reach me on Google Classroom. All right. Look forward to seeing your sculptures. Take care, guys.